welcome back. Today's motion picture is an hour and 8 minutes long. Features a IMDb rating of 5.4. Starring Boris Karloff from 1940, called The Fatal Hour. Part of this Horror Classics 50 box set. We are all the way on to The Fatal Hour, which is a motion picture again starring Boris Karloff. So let's talk about The Fatal Hour. Basically, there is a cop that has been killed, and there's a murderer on the loose. And the sleuth, Mr. Wong, played by Boris Karloff, and of course, his assailant, is basically on the case. And then they have Dr. Wong, who's also a sleuth, works with Lieutenant Strand to basically try to figure out who the killer is, who's killing a good friend of the police chief, someone that he had known for a long time, grew up with him in the force. So this murder is pretty personal. So basically, this is a whodunit type film and a mystery / suspense 1940 film. Now, let's talk about my thoughts on the movie. Now, for the average horror fan, this is going to be a slow burn that they're probably not going to be too much into. I would have to agree, slow burns for me just aren't working. Haven't ever worked unless it really had a nice payoff. But this movie, because it was 1940, the aesthetic was nice. The acting was always, great in these films. Of course, it's going to be black and white. Those who aren't into black and white films probably aren't going to enjoy this. It was okay for what it was. A film like this probably in 1940 was a hit. I don't quite know the budget and never really looked that part up about it. But the overall aesthetic was nice. Like I said, the acting is good. It's weird seeing Boris Karloff play Mr. Wong, although I've seen him in other films play Mr. Wong before. And he always does so nice trying to figure out who's been murdered, who did it, why they did it. There's also a club scene called Club Jupiter in this film. I found it to be interesting that they would use such an interesting name for a club. Several people in the film were accused of being the murderer, and you get a lot of different plots, a lot of different sub plots throughout the movie. But overall, I thought it was okay. So I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 on the Boglin scale. I don't really have a whole lot more to say about this one, other than, if you don't have this set, again, if you're starting off collecting and you're starting off wanting to learn about horror, you should start with this. Yeah, I'm not saying that's for everybody, but you can truly learn about how film was made, how suspense was with these type of films. 1940, folks. 1940. This is Hobbs Horror. Again, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 for The Fatal Hour. Catch up with you later. Don't forget, I do have a Patreon that I've signed up for. I don't have anyone on there yet. I do have one person. Actually, I do have one person. So if you want to be part of my Patreon, I'll put the link in the description. And catch up with you later. We'll see you on the midnight hour. Fortunately, I'm out this month because I have some procedures and things I got to do. But one of the hosts will be there for the midnight hour every Thursday from 10 to 15. Catch up with you later. Peace.